I'm Gabby Company and welcome to the Dreaming Show. In today's show, my guest is the fantastic Stephen CROCKFORD from Juice Plus and Stephen CROCKFORD Company. He's an expert in mind, body and wealth. Good morning.
Good morning,
Stephen.
Gabby. How are you? Good,
I'm
good.
really good. Thank you for being with us.
No, well, look, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Your topic today is how your mindset creates the results you are getting in life. So, interesting topic. Could you tell us, please, what is mindset?
Well, mindset is essentially, if you think of your body is an instrument of the mind. So so for example, if I was to ask you, Gabby, what does your fridge look like? What would you tell me?
I don't know.
Would you tell me, is it a top to bottom fridge? Is it open from left to right? Would you be able to tell me what it looks like?
Probably from left to right.
Okay, and what colour is it?
Yellow.
Yellow, okay. Now go to your car. Tell me what your car looks like.
Big, black color.
It's black colour. And you probably know what was inside. Is it a manual or automatic?
Automatic.
Okay, so you've just gone to your car, and whenever I asked you what your fridge looked like, you went to your kitchen. So our mind, we think in pictures.
Oh.
So because we think in pictures, whatever we focus on in our mind is what we get in our life. So whatever it is that we want, we just need to focus on that and create a picture in our mind. And so our body is an instrument of the mind. So whatever pictures that we have in our mind is what we get in our life.
It's a reality.
It's in our reality, yeah.
What else can you tell us about mindset? For example, there are people that they suffer to change their thoughts. When they want to achieve something, every day they are thinking negative. What do you suggest they can do?
So look, a great thing because we grow up in a society that tends to be a lot of negativity, and because we are being surrounded by negativity, we tend to have negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So look, a really cool strategy that I help people teach people to do is using an analogy called the Ironman Suit. So if any of our watchers have ever seen the movie The Iron Man, you would know that he's protected by this suit.
The iron one.
The iron suit, right? So you can use that analogy for your mind. So what we want to do is we want to protect our mind from the outside sources. So at the end of the day, no matter what happens in our life, it always comes back to us. So we have a choice. So we have the ability to choose. So whatever information comes in from the outside world, we have the ability to choose to accept it or to reject it.
Stefan, you are talking about the iron strategy. People can use Superman, Batman, it could be anyone.
Could be anything, whatever resonates with you. I personally like the Iron Man suit because he's inside the suit and he can actually see what's going on the outside. So if he sees something coming in, he can choose to, no, I'm not accepting that, I'm going to reject that.
I ask this question because, for example, in my case, I like to think about Batman.
Yeah, Batman,
Superman, flying.
Yeah, just imagine having a suit on. Whatever that looks like for you, just having that inner strength.
Mm-hmm. You are right, everything is choices. Everything, what you choose, comes a reality. I've got a question for you. Could you answer, please, Stefan? A lady from Tasmania, her name is Naomi Shari. She says, I have negative thoughts every day. I would like to know why I'm creating these kind of thoughts and how can I change them?
So it comes from, our thoughts come from, they come from our upbringing and they come from our environment. So if you feel that you're focusing on negativity, it can be from what you're surrounding yourself by. In other words, whether you've heard the expression, we become the average of the 5 people that we hang around with. Now that doesn't necessarily have to mean physical people, that could be an audio, for example. So whoever you're spending your most time with, have a look at that, because our environment can dictate our thinking. So if you feel that your thinking isn't positive, then look at your environment. So what I do is I listen to a lot of positivity every day. So find yourself a mentor, some that really, like a speaker, some sort of leader that you resonate with, and follow what they're teaching. And reading books, feeding your mind with good, positive information.
Okay, thank you. Could you tell her, please, 3 specific strategies. You mentioned many of them. Could you specify 3 strategies, please?
Yeah, so first of all, a great strategy would be to find yourself somebody that resonates with you. So what we want to do is you want to feed our mind with good information. So I'd encourage to start reading personal development books. So find somebody that resonates with you and spend some time, like an hour a day on personal development. That would help to change your environment. And start going to so for example, what I did was I stopped looking at the news. So
Me too.
So moving away from that type of negative resource is really, really bad for
Could
the
you
mind.
tell why we need to stop watching the news? Could you tell us, please, what's the strategy behind?
Well, the strategy behind what the news is, it's pretty much 90+% negativity. And there's a strategy behind that because the people behind the news want to put fear in people, so they feed all this negativity. Now, there's a lot of positivity in the world. Why don't they share that on the news? And there's a reason for that, because they want people to live in fear. So that's a first strategy. That's another strategy I would certainly recommend doing, is stay away from watching the news.
Yeah. You know what? Some people says to me, if you don't watch the news, you are going to be behind of everything that's happening in the world. It's like the president. Sometimes they don't have time to watch the news, but they have mentors. They have people that are telling them what's going on in the world. So in my case, for example, I'm talking to my brother and said to me, do you know what happened in the morning? No, I don't know, but tell me. So at that moment, he's telling me what's going on. So in 1, 2, 3 minutes, and I know it.
Yeah.
That's it. But then I feed, as you say, I feed my mind with positive things around positive people.
Yeah, because if you think about it, if it's important enough, you'll find out about it. So I just choose to not look at any sort of media, so news, newspapers, internet, anything that's going to feed my mind with negativity, I just avoid. So that's huge in itself, being able to do that, because if you're watching news or reading stuff that's negative over and over and over again, that repetition is obviously going to program your mindset to be thinking negative. So you're going to start to live in fear. So that, by reversing that, you can change your programming in your mind.
And because you're an expert in the law of attraction as well, so it's related to the vibration. Could you tell us about
Look,
that?
absolutely. Whether you guys have ever seen the movie The Secret, that was a phenomenon probably over 10 years ago now, and that was all based on the law of attraction. But the real law is the law of vibration. So whatever vibration our bodies are in, we attract like vibration. So whatever we focus on is what we get. So whatever we put out to the universe, we're going to get the same back again, because the universe doesn't know the difference between right or wrong, yes or no. It just accepts. So that's the same as our subconscious mind. So whatever we feed our subconscious mind with, and whatever we put out to the universe, we're going to get the same back again. And we often hear people saying, oh, why do I keep getting these same bills, or why does this stuff keep happening for me? And it's because that's what they're focusing on. So if people focus on, say, poverty or debt, that's not the way to get out of debt. You don't say, I want to be debt free, because you're focusing on debt. You want to focus on being prosperous and being wealthy, and visualize yourself like that. So it's remembering what you focus on is what you get.
Yes, sometimes people says, oh, I would like to be successful, I would like to have money, I would like to change my career. However, they are vibrating negative. They are vibrating with lack.
Lack.
So that's why they are attracting more of that.
Absolutely, yeah. Look, it's like attracts like.
Yeah.
It's having the awareness is massive. First of all, we have to have the awareness that we can change our life or our world, our environment. We remember what we talked about. We do have that choice, so we can change those things. So once you have the awareness that you can, then just start taking baby steps into, okay, so ask yourself some better questions.
Yes,
that's
true.
That's huge. Just ask yourself some better questions, and once you start asking yourself better questions, you start getting better answers. Because whenever you ask yourself questions, that's when you're actually tapping into your subconscious mind. So what I do is, if I'm looking for some guidance, I'll ask myself, okay, what is it that I need today for some guidance, or how can I be better today? And once I ask that question, I'll actually sit, be still, be quiet, and let the answers come to me. So whenever our intuition, that's another big thing. So whenever we feel our gut feeling, for example, that intuition. So whenever we feel that, that's when we're actually connected to the universe, and that's when it's actually giving us what it is that we need to know at that time.
Oh, excellent. What about belief?
Well, our beliefs come from, that's what we call paradigms. So our beliefs come from genetics, so they're passed down from our parents and also through our environment. So we have to ask ourselves if our beliefs are serving us. If they're not serving us, then we have the ability to actually change them.
Yeah, because these beliefs come from the childhood, the parents, the news, friends, so we need to be aware who are with us, around with us. Could you tell us about your business, please, Stefan?
Yeah, look, so my business focuses on people's health and wealth creation and mindset. So anybody that feels that they're stuck in any of those three areas, and then I help people to get from where they are to where it is that they want to get to, whether that's improved health, whether that's to maybe look at creating some extra income in their life, or whether it's to have a stronger mindset.
Mm-hmm. Could you tell us your website,
so my website is stephencrockford.juiceplus.com.au. So that's STEPHEN Crockford.juiceplus.com.au.
Thank you very much. Would you like to add something before we finish?
So well basically, guys, it's for me, it's take baby steps.
One step at a time.
Just one step at a time. Don't allow yourself to feeling overwhelmed. And patience is another big thing. Have patience, because remember, the habits that we have now that we feel that are holding us back, it took time to create them. So in order to reverse or to instill a new habit, it takes time to create that habit. So I'll give you a very simple example. If you're tying your shoelace, it takes, as a child, it takes multiple efforts with the help of mum or dad to be able to do that properly. So think of instilling a new habit like tying your shoelace. Practice it as often as you can, and have patience. So surrender to the process.
Yeah. Thank you. Naomi, Shari, we hope we answer your question. Thank you very much, Stefan, for being with us. I really appreciate that.
No,
thank you.
Absolutely. Look, my pleasure. I'd love to be here.
Thank you. I would like to say thank you as well to Vergara Collection for this fantastic jewelry. They are made from 24K gold-plated bronze. Thank you. So amazing necklaces, amazing rings. They are from Colombia, South America. Beautiful. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, please write it down below the video. Subscribe to our channel and share this video with everyone. Thank you once again. Gabi Company, Melbourne, Australia. See you next time. Bye.
The Dreaming Show.